inches, number 6, DeAndre Jordan. At the other guard position, at 6 foot 3 inches, number 11, Kyrie Irving. At the other forward position, standing 6 foot 8, number 7, Kevin Durant. The head coach of your home team, ladies and gentlemen, your Brooklyn Nets.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. Hi, everyone. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining us tonight, Greg Anthony and Hall of Famer Doris Burke. And reporting from the sidelines, our very own David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours. Well, no doubt, David, he is one of the best. Thank you. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Taking a look at Brooklyn, a terrific position for them as they hold up that illustrious top spot, but it's a long season, as we all know.
And right now for Brooklyn, for me, they've taken the league by storm this season. I felt like they were maybe a year ahead of schedule in terms of being an elite.
Whoa!
How about the quick jump from Kevin Durant? He was impressive on that one.
Westbrook feeling it out a bit. A rebound by the Nets. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Rockets team.
Should be an interesting game as these teams don't see a lot of each other being from different conferences.
Right. They'll meet 2 times this year, East versus West. Let's see which team can enforce their style of play.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Nets.
The Nets had to be so judicious and so smart with every move they made because they did not have top draft selections. So you have to use cap space to acquire picks. They had to find sleepers in the draft. They had to find players who were probably undervalued and then develop those players. This is an organization that used every tool at their disposal.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
On the wing, Harris. Jordan against Capella. Jordan finds Chandler. The shot comes out, and the Rockets take it the other way. And Doris, the Nets showed they could manufacture a rebuild.
Kevin, what the Nets did was not easy. But to me, it shows you exactly how critical quality front office personnel is to the success of an organization. And the Nets were on point throughout the process.
Up the floor. Here's Harden. Tries again. And it's Capella missing.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Here is Harden. There's the 3. Harden missing again.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
Boy, do not fall asleep on Kevin Durant. Catch and shoot, forget about it.
Rockets have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Here's Westbrook, and finished off by Westbrook.
The absolute ferocity from Russell Westbrook. The rim, my goodness, how you feeling?
Irving against Westbrook. Irving kicks to Harris. Rocket 6. From deep. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. These are the players who had the most success from deep last season. Take a look at Harris. He's absolutely deadly from outside.
And getting that spot at the top of the list was such a huge accomplishment. What a year it was for him from behind the arc.
And at 6'6", Joe Harris has been asked to play a lot of minutes at that small forward position. Doris, do you think that's his natural spot?
Well, I think he's gotten pretty good in terms of his strength, if not the length for the 3 spot. He's worked really hard defensively to get better and better. And offense, though, that's where he's going to make his money. He can make shots consistently.
And it's Houston on the break. Green leading the charge, and that one drops.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn. Doris, as you always say, there is a grace in handling wins and losses in this game, isn't there?
You know what, Kevin? There's an old saying that winning and losing are imposters, that it's everything to do with how you react to constant learning and growing experiences. And listen, everybody wants to win, but can you experience losing with grace and dignity? Can you embrace the joy of pure competition? To me, that's one of the beautiful things about the NBA. Men handle heartbreak and joy and set an example for the next generation. It's beautiful.
Prince, no good there. Gordon with the defensive effort. And the foul called on Jared Allen. That's his first foul. McLemore's checked in for the Rockets. 1:56 left in the first quarter of the game. And it's blocked. Here's Karuch. That 3 off the mark. And here's Rivers. Now here's McLemore. Chandler outside. Poke loose. It's stolen by Allen. To end the cold streak, and he sinks the layup.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
And so it's Rivers with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. They trail by 1. Stolen by Allen. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. He's looking for Prince and finds him.
Okay, Jared Allen, we see you making that look for a big man. That's a pretty pass.
59 seconds left to play in the first. Now Rivers. 11 points for him in that last game against the Wizards in Washington.
And already they've staked out a noticeable advantage in terms of aggression and controlling the backcourt.
We'll see if they want to trade 2 for 1 here.
Got to time up that clock to do so.
Here's Prince. Count it.
Boy, phenomenal decision-making from the young guard, Spencer Dinwiddie. Nicely done, putting it on time and on target.
Now here's McLemore outside. It's good on the putback.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Here's Dinwiddie. It's rebounded by McLemore. That's tipped. Dinwiddie with the steal. Allen outside. Here's Karuch. And no good on the last second attempt this time. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Nets lead by 3. Live from Brooklyn, New York, you're watching 2K Sports. Rockets elevated by James Harden to one of the league's powerhouse.
This time isn't going to last long.
Never a guarantee that the window will remain open.
And superstar players, let's face it, they're best remembered for their championships. It's all about the rings if you're James Harden.
And Momentum getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And taking a look at the Nets' performance here, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
Well, credit their anticipation skills on the defensive end. They forced a number of turnovers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
And so in the game for the Rockets, Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. And it's Chandler, then it's Ben McLemore. And it's House in at the power forward. From deep, Prince. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Prince has got the lead up to 9 now for the Nets.
Well, think about the Nets' Kenny Atkinson, a finalist last season for NBA Coach of the Year. This young coach got a well-deserved contract extension. And what I love is his team competes at a high level every night.
Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. And McLemore kicks to Gordon. Houston moving the ball around. Shot clock at 6. For 3. Drills it from outside. Gordon's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And Doris, you think about how hard this Brooklyn team competes. I think they take right after their head coach.
I don't think there's any doubt, Kevin. Coach Atkinson is still willing to get on the court and jump into drills with his players. Let's remember, going back to the early days of his career, he was a player development coach. And before that, yes, he even played. That effort and willingness to break a sweat very much reflected in his group.
Rockets trail by 6. And here we go with Westbrook running it up the court. And he slams it down right on top of Kevin Durant.
Well, this guy knows how to do this in the open floor. Russell Westbrook in transition is the most dangerous player.
And Durant launches from deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Durant's got 10 points in the game. Houston's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Here's Westbrook. And Chandler sends it back. In transition, here come the Nets. KD leading the charge. Rockets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. On the wing, Harden. And Chandler sends it back. They get it back. Kicks it out to Harden. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by DeAndre Jordan.
Terrific closeout there to challenge the 3.
It may be the hardest thing to do in basketball. Close under control, and he's more than up to the task.
Nets leading by 7.
And thinking back to when Gerald Green first came into the league, oozing with athleticism, but really not much else. Now he's a completely different and better player than when he first arrived.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And Durant, here we go. And the shot is good.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And as amazing as Green was in his dunking as a younger player, he needed to grow as a player.
And the time he spent overseas, I think, really helped with his development and confidence. Came back to the NBA, and really since his return has been a great weapon off the bench for whichever team he's suited up for.
Westbrook can't get it to go.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
Durant just inside the line. That's his 4th miss. He's made 5 of 9. Lob pass to Capella. They get it again.
And he saw the play develop, but the pass just wasn't there.
It was a really good thought for sure, but the lob has got to be better than that.
And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. 8-point game. Lets it go from 14. And Jordan sends it back. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up. Houston shooting their first free throw tonight.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Harris outside. Got a piece of it.
Well, statistically not the most imposing shot blocker, but he gets every bit of that one, did Tucker.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you. And no, he did not.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. For three, Harris. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris. And a chance now to look at the schedule for Houston. On Sunday, they'll face off against Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat. Then on Monday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for that game against the Bulls, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Westbrook with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Gordon. Nobody back. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
Russell Westbrook right now creating havoc with his defensive abilities. My goodness.
Irving surveying the floor. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. The Nets have shot just 1 free throw early. 1 for 1 in the game.
I think you know that Kyrie Irving has such great love and passion for the game of basketball. This guy is on fire to get better.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Jared Allen's checked in for Jordan. Taurean Prince comes in for Kevin Durant. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Joe Harris. And here's Westbrook from the arc. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Westbrook's got 7 now in this quarter.
I'll tell you, the consistency of a good first quarter leads to an excellent second quarter. Riding the wave here.
Irving passes to Prince. Allen dishes to Irving. Back to Allen. He kicks it to Irving. And again, it's the Nets missing.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
The Rockets shooting their second and third shots at the line right here. That free throw, no good.
Well, January 15th of 2015 provided a special moment in NBA history. Austin Rivers made his debut for the Clippers guys, who were coached, of course, by Doc Rivers. That was the first time in history a father coached his son in an NBA game. What a special, special time.
And a close game. Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. Kevin Durant was on fire in the first half. He had 13 points and 1 rebound. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, there was one pleasant surprise, and that was the bench. They gave him a big lift. Those guys came into the game, they did all the dirty work, and they scored baskets.
And Shaq, let's get your input on the Rockets.
Their shooting rhythm was off, under 40%. Some of that was shot selection, some of it was the defense stepping up. My guess is we'll see some significant changes as things get going in the second half. Increasing off-the-ball activity, making the extra pass, and trying to get better looks.
And that'll do it.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've seen Kevin Durant really having a great game.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
They've got Harris. Jordan is out there with Wilson Chandler. Then there's Irving. And it's Durant in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. Doris, if you had a list of players with all the great talent in this league that's the most difficult to stop one-on-one, who would that be?
Well, like in similar situations, I can't give you just one. Some names that come immediately to mind. James Harden, obviously, has been in the MVP race for 5 years running, I think. He's virtually impossible to guard, right? He's got a great system for his individual skills. Kevin Durant can get any shot he wants at any time. And then the virtuoso that is LeBron James, who can pick you apart with shooting, with scoring, with passing. He's really nothing short of remarkable.
Oh, Oh, and he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Westbrook with it. He's got 9, and he's good on the 3 ball. Westbrook's got 12.
Kev, you seem to understand his teammate when Russell Westbrook is starting to find his rhythm, because these guys consistently get him the rock, and he delivers.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Durant just inside the line. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. 17 points in the game.
A natural-born scorer is Kevin Durant. He puts in the time, and it pays dividends on the floor.
Over in the corner, Green. And another 3 for Houston.
And since halftime, this has become an intense ball game.
They are getting after it hard. It has become a real battle out there.
He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And now a 4-point Houston lead.
Wow, 5 straight buckets coming out of half. They are rolling.
Timeout called, the Nets. And Greg, when you're discussing and comparing James Harden and what he's done these last few years, you have to do it on a very historic level.
He's going to go down as one of the best to ever play the game. His production is incredible, and the skill level really is groundbreaking. Easily the best off guard in the league.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Harden. Great showing for him last season. First in scoring, second in steals, and he ranked in the top 10 in assists. An incredible knack for drawing defenders and finding the open man.
And his unmatchable instincts for scoring the basketball. That's what made him #1 last year. You can't stop him, and you can't even really contain him. Just 2 to shoot, and good that time. Durant's got 19 points.
I'll tell you, very few players are as smooth and as easy as Kevin Durant is on the move. He just glides around the floor.
Westbrook. Good D by Irving.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Lets the 3 fly. Hits the 3-point bomb. Irving's got 7 points.
Boy, the floor spacing that Kyrie Irving brings to the table is impressive. This guy can cash in from deep consistently.
That one falls. And not even 3/4 out of the way. So many lead changes.
The fans, guys, are getting their money's worth. Heck, I should have paid to watch this one. It's been a nail.
Let's take a look at the players who were the best on the glass a season ago. DeAndre Jordan first. And, of course, Clint Capella.
But these guys are always around the hoop, always with a nose for the ball. A dominant season inside for both.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Jared Allen's checked in for Chandler. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Joe Harris. And a switch here also for Houston. Gordon's checked in. Here's KD. And KD throws it down.
KD is a force of nature. Sensational dunk at the rim.
Westbrook against Irving. That is good. And the Nets' lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Westbrook.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time, Greg. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And Durant, here we go. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. The wide open look for Durant. They get it back. Pass to Irving. Westbrook with the steal. And finished off by Westbrook.
When Russell Westbrook makes a defensive play and gets in the open floor, look out, he will finish the play.
Irving from long range. He's off on that one. And the Rockets take it the other way.
Let's give some credit to the defense for how they're guarding this guy right now, because they're refusing to let him get comfortable. You know, I've got to say, defensively, the effort simply hasn't been there this half. They've got to pick up their energy.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Well, a lot of players can get hot, but Nobody can match Harden when he gets locked in. The way he can create space and drill shots from deep, really impossible to guard.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Prince is checked in for Jordan. Odion Kurucs comes in for Kevin Durant. And Karis LeVert subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Dinwiddie against Rivers, poked away and stolen by Prince. Here's Kurucs. Misses the three. And with Harden, he not only gets hot for a game, but stays hot, Greg, for longer periods of time.
And you saw that last year with his streak of 30 and 40-point games. For weeks, he can dominate and really frustrate defenses, and there isn't anything you can do about it.
Well, that's a nice play. You've got to read the situation and go to your floater game when necessary.
The pass to LeVert. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. Trains the three-pointer. Dinwiddie's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, the coaching staff encourages Dinwiddie to take these shots. He is so dangerous on the catch and shoot.
Rivers looking over the floor. Kicks it out to Gordon. The three. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's LeVert. In the corner, it's Dinwiddie. And again, it's Brooklyn converting.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Brooklyn Nets. It's been an excellent game for him offensively. He's got 21 points and counting. Back to the action after this word. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
We call that, Greg, putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this fourth quarter. Taking a look at the Rockets, Rivers and Gordon make the backcourt. Then there's Gerald Green, and it's Chandler, and it's House in at the four-man position. Got a hand on it, and that one goes out of bounds. Last touched by Prince. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Daniel House. And here are the Rockets now, trailing by 2. And here's Gordon from outside. Allen with the rebound. And so Allen will bring it up for the Nets. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. The basket counts, and one. They'll go to the line with a chance to make it a three-point play.
And after a first half in which their offense shot under 40%, they've got the lead, and they should count themselves to be lucky.
Well, to me, it's the size, the strength, and the IQ of Spencer Dinwiddie that's so impressive. This guy is unique at the point guard position.
Fires for three. It's good, and the Brooklyn lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Rivers.
They found the touch from the field here in the second half. It was a struggle in that first.
Dinwiddie finds Allen, and slam dunk by Allen.
Boy, that's a little bit of toughness and concentration. Jarrett Allen under duress of the defense. Nicely done.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Rivers against Dinwiddie. Now here's Rivers. He's covered closely. The shot's good.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Wilson Chandler's checked in for Brooklyn. And a change for the Rockets. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Tyson Chandler. Free throw no good for Rivers.
And what a journey it's been for Austin Rivers since being drafted 10th overall back in 2012. Looked like he might not have what it takes to be an NBA player early, but he persevered and is now an integral part of this group.
And how about the incredible timing on that alley-oop?
He absolutely hammered it down. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Dinwiddie. It's rebounded by Houston. Capella's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. And with Rivers, he's never given up on himself and continued to add to his game. Even, Greg, as he's gone from team to team.
You know, he's shown that he can function as either the point or off guard and still give great production from either spot. And as he grows older, you could see him being a top-level sixth man for the rest of his career.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Green kicks to Gordon. Pass to Rivers. 5 to shoot. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Harris dishes to Allen. And then Allen slams it in.
Well, this is the court awareness that Joe Harris gives you. He is so skilled at realizing how to give his teammates an open look.
Green against LeVert. From the arc. And it's Gerald Green with the 3. Green's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn.
Every timeout, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And the guys get a little bit of a break. Mentally, physically, just recharge here quickly.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Jared Allen. Kevin Durant comes in for Karis LeVert. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Dinwiddie. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I was able to catch Kenny Atkinson's message to his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Harris against Harden. Passes it to Durant. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And here we go. Harden heading to the hoop. So they take the lead.
Well, the aggressiveness of Russell Westbrook setting up that bucket right there. This guy knows how to find the best shot possible.
Pass to Irving. Outside Durant. A second chance effort. Let's keep it alive. The 3 doesn't go for him.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from 3 is not the answer.
They get it back. Here's Capella. Gets the bucket and the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And this guy eats glass for a living. Capella with great anticipation on the backboard.
Yeah, terrific and one on that one. Those are the kind of plays, guys, that win basketball games.
Here's Irving. Buries it down low. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half.
We all know that Irving wants to be the man to hit that shot. And when he takes it, he usually finds a way to finish.
Harris against Harden. Harden draws the double. Here's Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
An aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. KD looking around. Jordan inside. Capella's there. Outside, KD. That doesn't go either for Durant.
Simply put, a bad shot, guys. They all know they can get a better look than that.
Westbrook passes to Harden. Shoots it. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Harden's got the lead up to 6 now for the Rockets.
Yeah, you got your shooters and you have your scorers, but James Harden is both.
It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
And this is what makes KD special, the willingness to absorb the responsibility of the big-time shot.
Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Harris. It's in! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Joe Harris, confident, fearless, big-time shot delivery.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Snatched up. The game has come down to this.
Huge possession.
Durant, money!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
And Greg, to me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Timeout called the Rockets. They're behind by 1. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harden outside for the 3. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. And they foul intentionally. They're going to have to do that now again and again. They're not in the penalty yet.
Had to foul on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
And they go to the intentional foul. First free throw is good, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good. It's a 3-point game.
Well, those are essential free throws to make it a 3-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
Now a timeout called by Houston. They're down by 3. There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or a score quickly and take the foul.
They're going to prolong the game here with an intentional foul. He doesn't hit the first, and that was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
Well, how about the 2008 NBA draft? DeAndre Jordan becomes the 35th pick and becomes an all-star for the first time in 2017. Boy, really an example of what can happen when you put the work in.
And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah, I mean, they faced some challenges, but really held firm when they needed to. On both ends, just effective in terms of coming away with this win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin, with Kyrie.
David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you later.